Did you see that little Dan Perico at the end? That was great. Hello, everybody. It's me, Kevin Vonesper. If you're watching this, you have found the. Which show am I on? It's the VonPod tonight. Yeah, we're doing the VonPod. This one comes with about 15 years of history, I guess, something like that. I don't know. Math is hard. It's been a long fucking time. It's been this. I don't know how many hands I need to count how many bands I've seen this person in. Probably just two, but there's still a lot. Sometimes three in one night. I think that happened once. I think I see her nodding. Yeah. Let me tell you a little story first. It's story time with Kevin Vonesper. I want to say it's like 1998, which makes me like 14 maybe. And I am traveling to New York City from the suburbs with my brother as his various bands, usually Evil Kitty, are practicing in the studios in the city. Right next to what I later found out was the legendary Bat Cave Goth Club at the Albion. Is that right? Albion's the club, Bat Cave is the party. Is that correct? I think something like that. We'll find out. And I'm in there. Sometimes I'm playing bass. Sometimes I am their sub bass player. I started playing with them when I was like 11. And I would pick up flyers, stickers, whatever's around. I would collect things like that. And let's see. I don't think I got this from there, but I came across some flyers for a band called the X Possibles, and I checked them out. And I guess what it took me probably 4 or 5 years later till I actually went to see them. So yes, but I was like 13 or 14. I was listening to Tibbie X, and I've been a fan ever since. And we've worked extensively together. We'll just fucking get into it. Oh, I'm demonetized already. Just kidding. I'm not monetized yet. I need 900. No, not 900. 90. I need 90 more followers till I get 1,000. So everybody, please share, subscribe, like, do all the things. I'm here to entertain you tonight on VonPod.
VonPod. Welcome to VonPod. I've got chicken heads and deli creeps, scary monsters and super creeps on VonPod. You're listening to VonPod. With aliens and skunk dogs, I hope you're here to chat along to VonPod.
You can watch and chat with us live. Like and share and subscribe. It's always a surprise.
You're watching VonPod. VonPod.
Hey Tibbie,
Hey,
what's up?
I like your theme song.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
I need to update it. The images. I need to put more of the more recent guests in there, but all in due time. Oh, let me get the banners up. So what? Right? Some members of your band worked at those studios next to the Batcave. Is that correct?
Not at the Batcave, at a Downtime, the music
Yeah,
studio.
the studio's next door. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
X Possibles, Ricky Chips, and Avital. Yeah. And Raz was living on the roof in like a custodian's closet thing on the roof. Wow. And yeah.
If that, I'm sure that building could have like a whole documentary about it.
Oh yeah, totally. It was great. So.
Did you used to go to the Batcave? I did want to talk to you about old goth clubs at some point, so maybe we'll just jump right into that.
Yeah, I used to go there. It was cool because the building's connected, so
Right.
I could get in.
I've moved amps from the studios to the stage before.
Oh yeah. So we just like going through there and like ditch our coats and stuff, in the back office, and go dance goth music, then go back to the studio to practice.
Oh wow, that's
It's cool.
Oh man, that's such a good idea. See, I wasn't really old enough to do that. I only made it to the Batcave like twice, and it wasn't when I was living here.
Yeah. I miss those clubs. Those clubs were great. Like, they were wild. So it was,
Yeah.
Giuliani era.
Do you feel like the club scene has changed like since then, and how?
Well, it comes and goes in waves, right? Like,
Right. Yeah.
get real uptight, shit shuts down, then it goes underground, it gets good again,
Right.
back and forth.
Which phase do you think it's in right now?
I feel like it's going underground and things have gotten like really repressed. I think, in the
Mm-hmm.
past couple of years, I think it's
Mm.
gonna feel like it's gonna come back,
Yeah.
Like it was kind
Ready
of,
for an explosion.
yeah, yeah, post-apocalyptic club scene.
Right. Oh,
You
that sounds cool. Yeah, there's
right?
definitely a scene for that.
Yeah.
Okay, Tibbie, I don't even know where do you even want to start. There's so many things we could talk about. Yeah, I think you're the first guest who's actually brought their own notes. So,
I did. I wrote a couple of notes because sometimes it's like over and I'm like, ah, crap, So,
I mean, do you want to
oh,
go way
you lead
back?
this
Do you want
one
to?
though.
What's that?
You lead this one though, because the past
Okay.
couple of times we've worked together has been my thing. So,
Yeah. Well, I guess we can sort of go in chronological order until that like derails.
sure.
So, are you from New York City originally? Like, what's your origin story exactly?
No, no, I am originally from Long Island, and
Okay.
yeah, Seacliff, Nassau County.
I lived
And
in Dix Hills for 2 years.
wait, where?
Dix Hills?
I remember hearing Dix Hills, but I don't know
Exit
where it is.
50 on the LIE. That's all it's Five Towns College.
Okay, yeah. um,
It's near
yeah.
like the Walt Whitman Mall.
Oh my God, the Walt Whitman Mall. It's the Long Island can always be defined by malls like
There you go.
Roosevelt Field Mall, Miracle Mile. um, I was always back and forth in New York though for like ballet and therapy.
Ballet.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
This is like ages ago, but I
Okay.
was in a Russian ballet company. Kalaria Fedicheva is a big deal in Long Island back then, and
Wow.
affiliated with SAB. So I was like, in the city a bunch. So I fell in love with it really young.
Were
And
you playing music in Long Island?
no, I didn't play music until I was in college, really. I mean, well, I started early. I was
Hmm.
in my second year of college when I was 17 and was getting bored of like being alone painting all the time. I went for
Right.
art. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So was X Possibles your first band?
No,
What
I
was your first
started,
band?
well, I moved upstate and I was in New Paltz. There were like a lot of hippies doing open mic nights. So I
Hmm.
started doing this like, like folk terrorist thing alone. And like I would roll in like dressed as a hippie, but then do like this punk, like kind of like annihilation thing and then storm out, just like
What with
write
like an
songs.
acoustic or?
No, I'd have an electric with a little, travel amp.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like 17, so I just was like, let's fuck up the hippie cafe scene.
Hmm. Tell
You
me
know,
you have the tapes of that.
I don't.
Oh man.
Vaguely remember the songs, and then I started getting like a little following, and I stopped doing it.
What name did you use for that?
Whatever names of the people that were performing before me, I would like use their names combined and like write
Oh,
songs,
that's
their
funny.
songs.
Oh wow. That's very
Yeah.
very conceptual.
I know I had a hippie resentment young, but it
Yeah.
was, it's like I met years later there was a guy in this band, Dick Army, the drummer. I met him and he had been at one of the folk terrorist shows where I threw a beer mug at him because he was like hippie bashing me, but he didn't know that I was undercover.
Oh,
And then we became friends like later in New York. He's like, that was fucking awesome,
that's so funny.
Yeah, he puked all over the place. It was
Oh, great.
you
Well,
know
like
the
as a performance piece or just because he was drunk?
he was drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
what 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 was after that? The X Possibles? When does the X Possibles happen?
Later, the first band was 9-1 What with Corey
9-1 what?
Gorey of the Brickbats and
Oh,
Pete
wow.
Fiderowitz of Pete Fiderowitz. And that was like, we just did whatever the hell we wanted. Kind of like a jokey rock band, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Then Romanticide with Pete Mavrogeorgis and Corey, and then Ex Possible.
Romanticide. That sounds gothy. Was it gothy?
Yeah.
Really? Tell me there's tapes of that one. I was thinking today, like, I'm surprised you haven't done a gothy project. I mean, you were sort of in the dance thing for like that one song. But it
Yeah.
wasn't really goth.
Ex Possible started out kind of gothy horror punk,
Yeah, I guess so.
but we didn't.
I actually have like the
that.
old samples of your music from your original website, like Daddy's Gone Mad and stuff
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
Yeah, it's just like a couple seconds of it. I could probably find it if you wanted to hear it. I think I threw it somewhere on my Dropbox. I don't know. I
Oh
would
my
say that
god.
was more like surfy surf punk kind of thing.
That was our original intention because I grew up
Mhm.
partially, in LA and New York, and I really loved all like the OC hardcore punk rock a lot, and so we wanted to do like a surf punk band. Initially, we were going to be instrumental, and I was going to play guitar, but
Mhm. That would have been a terrible idea.
I got kind of forced into singing, and then I was like, all right.
Oh, thank God.
So yeah, it would have been really boring if we did that, and also we didn't really know how to play that music.
Right.
A little advanced for us, so.
So who did it better, LA or New York?
I mean,
That's tough, right?
I don't think that. Yeah, it's like it's even across the board. I just liked the LA stuff because it was, I had to walk around alone as a 12-year-old with like bags of change to get those records. So like I worked hard for them. So it was like a fun discovery.
LA started death rock though, so they get some points for that.
They do. But it was like so isolating as a kid that no one's walking around and hanging out on the street. Really,
Uh-huh.
like New York wins for that. So. Oh my God, that Cosmic Dracula.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's just cosmic dot wave to me. You sound like a baby.
I know, it's so cute.
Wow. Yeah, I thought I had some old pictures from the website, but I guess I just saved the sound, which is still pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. I don't have that.
You don't have these?
No,
Not even like on the tapes and cassettes or anything?
definitely not.
Who's got the archive?
None of us.
Oh man.
Oh, that's Alicia singing.
Oh, there's a different singer?
Originally, I had Alicia. I had a singer, Alicia, and Alicia, Wayne, and this guy Q were the original, and Rick were the original band members.
Wait, were you an original member?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You played guitar?
Yeah, I just wanted to play rhythm guitar and relax.
Oh, this isn't you either, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I just sang back up on that. Daddy's Gone
Gotcha.
Mad. Yeah.
I know that one from the Hell Comes to Your
Hell
House
Comes to Your House.
compilation.
Yeah. Legal
Oh,
Web.
so good.
Yeah.
So while okay. Wait, I think I have some. All right, let me get to my slideshow. I got slides, man. I got show and tell. Let me see. What was the date of this? Let me be accurate here, right?
You could just
March 14th, 2004. Ready?
Oh, that's ABC No Rio.
Yep, I saw you for the first time. March
Oh, cool.
14th, 2004. Almost
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Wow. I think I shaved Rick's head in my bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was still even kind of like a couple years into you guys existing. I felt like I caught it late, but it was still like compared to now, this is like so old school.
That's a good lineup. That was with
Yeah.
Brandon drums. Yeah. With Aaron Gallagher and Goose and Brandon.
I
Yeah.
like this picture.
Yeah.
I saw on a flyer, how did you describe yourself? Like pirate slayer punks or something shit like that?
Oh God, we were always like trying to like make up our own genres.
I don't
We
know
just
who this
started
band was, but
it. Yeah.
you remember who this was?
No.
Oh, well, they played after you.
Yeah.
I think this might have been the only time I ever actually made it to ABC No Rio as well.
Oh my God. That it was.
Oh, that's more recently.
Yeah.
What do you remember about this? Do you remember this show at all? Or this era?
There were a bunch of Queen skunks that were super young, and we were like impressed. Like they like really had their shit together. They were like they knew where all the shows were, and they were all hanging out together around the city, all over the place. And I was like, damn, I wasn't doing that when I was 12, you know.
Uh-huh.
So
Is my sound muffled? Sorry. I just got a
no,
note.
it's not me.
Let me check my microphone here. Oh shit. I think my microphone fell off at some point.
It's definitely better now.
Okay, wow. I hope you guys could hear me. Hello, welcome to the show. Today we have Tibbie X.
I'm
Holy
usually the
fuck.
one with no sound.
My goodness. Thank you. That helps. Hello, everyone in the chat room. Feel free to chat along. I believe I bought this that day.
Oh my God. Cool.
Although I don't know if I have the original CD for it anywhere, but the cover is very cool.
Yeah, they're a home burn.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's probably unlabeled somewhere.
Yeah.
Would you consider this an album or a demo? Because I don't know. I still have a deep nostalgia for this. I've been listening to it for 20 years.
For us, that was our first album.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, because it's our full length.
Yeah, gotcha. Did you have demos out before that and stuff?
We did. We had a bunch of cassettes and
Ooh, cassettes, nice.
Yeah, those I probably have, or Rick will have them.
Nice. I'm always interested in the archive. Like I feel like the X Possibles was part of this sort of New York punk rock era that was, I don't know, maybe not as documented as previous or post.
Yeah,
You
it's
feel
not.
like that's true?
Yeah, oh, totally. Because I mean, it's like whatever I guess makes the most money. It's easy for them to like. I like the bands that they rehash over and over again, but it's repetitive and really hard to break through that, like, it's like the mafia of bands, right? It's like Blondie, sometimes Television, the Ramones, the New York Dolls, somehow Iggy Pop. Like it's like the same little group over and over and over again for everything. So,
yeah.
The 90s were kind of just like, ugh, you guys are crazy and unpredictable, so we can't market you or something. I don't know what happened, but it's fine. We weren't like trying to be a part
I was
of
gonna
it.
ask, like, did you ever get any label interest or anything? Because I mean, I listened back to the X Possibles this week, and I mean, I know most of it by heart, anyways. But it's like, holy shit, those songs were really good. I think those could have been like radio hits, like almost every song that you had.
Oh, thank you. We were really chaotic and fucked up, so
Right.
we weren't really trying to get on
Isn't
a
that good for a
label.
rock and roll story, though?
Yeah. I mean, we toured Europe like
That's right. That's
on
right.
tours and stuff, and that's amazing that we made it around that much. So, I don't think we would have. I don't know if we were gonna get on a label, it would have had to be like an amazing situation where someone else organized it. I didn't even have a phone, so.
Right. I guess it would be hard to get in contact with you then.
Yeah.
I wanted to pull up, let's see. No, not this one. Oops. But we will get to that one. I just want to play for the audience in case you don't know. It was like, I mean, this is a pop song, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel like if you were around a couple years earlier, maybe? I feel like this could have been great. I don't know, like when Rancid hit.
Yeah, it's funny because I was like really into Destiny's Child when I wrote that, so
That's even cooler.
it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we didn't really care about that. We just wanted to tour. That was our focus, really. To travel.
Uh-oh.
You
You
know.
still there?
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you disappeared for a second.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying we just wanted to tour. That was our main goal, was to tour as much as possible.
Yeah.
We forgot we were shooting a video this day, and the guy showed up. That's why, like, I'm wearing sunglasses and a hat because I was
Shit.
shit. Like, I don't have makeup on and shower, so we got our shit together fast and did this. You know.
I mean, I forgot that this was a video at all. Just to be clear, I didn't make this one.
You know.
No, I mean, not to say it's bad. I'm just, it's not my era yet.
Yeah.
I come in soon. I enter the story. Just stay tuned. So I guess I can skip to like when I actually met you. Must have been on MySpace, right? Probably MySpace era.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I know you had probably just come out with your new band, Kissy Kamikaze, and I was like, holy shit, Tibbie's in a new band. I gotta like go try to work with her. And we met up. Check this out. All right, let me get rid of this for a minute. I remember we met up at like a coffee shop or something, and I was gonna make a video for your band, which I was psyched about. And I was looking everywhere for that fucking GASH book, couldn't find that. But this, I came across the original storyboards that you did.
Whoa,
for
that's crazy.
Fuck LA.
Oh yeah.
I probably haven't looked at these in like, when did this happen? Like 2007 maybe?
It's got to be around there. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I probably haven't looked at these since then.
Oh my god, the little drawings. It's so
Yeah. This is you, right?
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna play this video on this show, but we made a video. It was for a song called Fuck LA. It was okay.
You know what I liked about that was just a song that I was leaving on Susie Hot Rod's voicemail as a joke.
Oh yeah.
Next level that joke, like having it in a band and then on top of it making a video, like recording and then the video, like so much
Yeah.
so you know, it's just funny, it's just a joke, you know. I love LA, and it was just a stuck in traffic kind of thing.
Mhm.
But you know, everyone takes everything very seriously right now, so
Well, I mean, I don't think that song has sprung up anytime recently, right? Did we get in trouble for that one?
mildly.
Not yet. Everyone go back. Oh no, I'm gonna cancel myself tonight too.
Yeah,
We're all getting canceled tonight. Just a trigger warning for everybody.
Oh my god, I'd love to host a cancel party. I did
Yeah.
a Breaking All the Rules radio show. My friend was quitting his radio job, like in a college radio station, so we broke like every rule until it just
nice.
became classical music.
Oh wow.
That's what takes over. So be warned.
When was that?
Like the early 90s.
Oh, okay.
If you cancel musicians, we're gonna have to listen to classical for another freaking 100 years. So
Oh boy.
Well,
don't worry, we'll get into all the juicy stuff later. I did find this, and so I'm pretty proud of this because I found a bunch of shit that was never edited. So I feel like, you know, I threw it out there. Most of it is on my sister channel, Vonesper Vault, if you care to look.
Oh
And
yeah.
trust me, if you want me to take anything back down, I can.
Ah,
But
up is
let's
up.
see.
Cool.
Let me
What's
skip
gonna
through this. Oh. So I got this 2-camera shoot of Kissy Kamikaze with soundboard audio from Galapagos. I think this is the show we shot to use for the Fuck LA video. And I will tell you, this show is way cooler than the Fuck LA video is itself. So yeah, it's a full set. What do you remember about this band? Like, what was different about this than the X Possibles for you?
Well, I was pretty traumatized when my drummer Brandon joined Leftover Crack, and I had gone on a drug binge and he died, and X Possibles broke up. So I got sober, like really, really overly sober, I'd say.
Yeah, when I met you, you were sober. I think
Yeah,
that's why we met at a coffee shop and not a bar.
yeah. Like a lot of other shit happened, but I was suicidal and a fucking mess, so I had to get my shit together. This band was supposed to just be like a side project, like just kind of like a cute little joke band. But loved working with Susie Hot Rod. I mean, she's like so cool, right?
I mean, I was
Course.
intimidated by her.
Yeah, it was just like, you know, I was gonna do that for a couple of months, and then I was like, Susie, it's so awesome. So, I let it go for a little longer. But I don't think it's like my best work. It's like I was just kind of trying to make Susie crack up. That's my
Well,
focus.
it was funny. I mean, yeah, I feel like it's definitely a little bit more colorful in a literal color way than and like in subject matter too. It's kind of very jokey. I
Yeah.
almost think it's kind of like, I don't know, a Dee Dee Ramone type of band. Does that
Oh,
make sense?
totally. I'm influenced by. I met him. That's how I started playing bass. So I was just.
Yeah.
They picked up a bass, and Dee Dee Ramone walked into the studio instead of sounding.
What? Wait, tell us this story.
Yeah, in Brooklyn, and with X Possibles. So Rick and I were roadieing for him, and we were hanging out with him. He was really cool, and so him and Mikey Wildwood, Mike, Jen, I lived with him for a while, and I was playing bass with him to a metronome. So that's where I started.
Huh. Wow. I had no idea you had a Ramones history. That's great.
Yeah, Didi. I mean, Didi's the coolest one, and he was like really, he was sweet to me. Him and his wife Barbara were really cool.
Yeah, of course. How cool is this show though? I'm sorry.
I know, right?
It's like, wow. And this isn't even the coolest thing I found in the archive. This is just a tease, but I mean, see, now I can store everything on hard drives. Back then it was like, once I was done with the project, you had to get rid of stuff because you don't have any space. So I didn't get to keep all these tapes. I had to retransfer all these as I find them. And I find these like multicam shoots and it's never been put together. And here's Fuck LA, yeah. And do you still talk to any of them, Susie? Or I mean, I know Andy like blew up in like the promotion world for a while.
Yeah, I like the videos. I watch the videos of him and his kid.
He married a girl I went to high school with.
Yeah.
Or that I was friends with in high school. I was friends with her in high school.
Yeah, when they hooked up, it was like true love. Susie, I ran into at a punk rock paintbrushes art show. I think it was 22, maybe the start of 23.
Okay.
Like that was cool. That was like
She's still punk rock.
Oh yeah, she's
okay,
DJing at FMU, I think.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta here's my show and tell. Some of my show and tell. I got some Gotham Girl roller derby.
Yeah.
Right.
I always wanted to do that, but I suck at roller skating, like a lot.
Kissy. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that would be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some old Kissy Kamikaze flyers. Of course, the CD. Very colorful stuff. Oh, and the poster behind me. I don't know if you can see. Live at Lit. I guess I was at that show, I imagine.
Yeah, we had a residency there. We were like,
Oh, yeah. Lit Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
That place that was like a dingy basement with like one plug on the stage.
Yeah.
Did I hear correctly that they had some sort of Geiger art in that room that I never saw or realized?
Maybe. I don't know. The back room let's had a red light bulb in there and nothing else.
Well, I don't know if I've ever been in the back room. I didn't know there was a back room.
Yeah,
That place is a back room.
The whole thing is the back room, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess what happened to Kissy Kamikaze?
It started getting serious and like I was freaking out because that wasn't like a band I really wanted to show off that much. Like I just want to have fun.
I
And
hear that, yeah.
We got like Warped Tour and like gigs with like Bouncing Souls and stuff, and I was like, fuck, like embarrassing to me, So yeah, and Susie wanted to focus more on roller derby. She kind of felt like similar, so that was the end. The end of that,
Yeah. And then, oh, wait, before we move on to, I guess, the reunion of the X Festivals, right? That's kind of the next thing. I want to ask about a band that you weren't in, because I found this too. Remember this band, Even Eye?
Vaguely.
They were fun. They played with you, I think, a couple times. They were kind of like this more jazzy kind of thing. You don't remember much about them?
Well, what
I guess she was probably a roller derby.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I compartmentalize stuff so much. If it's a show, I could just be like so in my head, like backstage, just like, kind of switching over into show mode.
Sure, totally. I was just always wondered what happened to this band because they were just around for like a minute and then they were gone.
Yeah. I don't remember my own shows. I don't remember like entire tours because that's like a different part.
Oh my good.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be a boring interview. No, just kidding. You're old punk rockers. Okay. I got a ton of Kissy Kamikaze shows. I threw them all on the VonPod vault. There's like probably 4 or 5 of these things.
Oh my god.
And then finally I got to film the X Possibles. Yeah.
Oh god, Broker one.
Yeah, I think this was like your first show back, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm just guessing because I almost felt it as a vibe even when it was happening. It was kind of like, I think you even said this directly once. You're like, I want to write X Possibles songs again.
Yeah. We had unfinished business.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like, you were writing some of the Kissy Kamikaze stuff though, right? I mean, some of that sounds like X Possibles.
Yeah. I think, I mean, Susie and I were writing everything together. She would come over and one of us would have an idea and then we kind of like piece it together. I wrote a lot of the lyrics, majority of them.
Yeah. They're definitely snarky. Your kind of snarkiness.
Yeah.
I got better as a cameraman. I trust you. Trust me. This was back when I was just an archivist, more or less. What's funny is, so I dug out, of course, there's also the video that we did. That's way better than the show, probably. Let me get rid of this. So you record this. This is the new shit.
Yeah.
At the time, right? And And I was looking through the credits today. Oh, and it comes with this fucking rad poster, by the way. I just want to show off from everybody.
Vickers,
Yeah.
Vickers Bastard Gringo.
Who did that?
Vickers Bastard Gringo.
Very cool.
I kind of the idea, like I wanted to do like this cartoon series with all of us. We were like these New York City rats, and like but they would have like our personalities, and like each episode different song, and it
Gotcha.
yeah. Vickers died, so
Gotcha. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, we all go sometime, but it sucks.
So George Grant recorded this. I just met him recently. Well, I probably have been around him like a lot, but I just didn't know him. You know when you like meet somebody or like you become aware of them and then suddenly they're just everywhere?
Yes.
That's George, and I just photographed his band the other night because I work for the Red Party.
That's a good combo.
And I was like, holy shit, there he is again in your fucking X Possibles.
Yeah, that was in his studio basement. Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. How cool is this?
It glows in the dark.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Maybe at the end of the show, I'll turn the light off. But it's all the way over there right now, and I don't want to reach for it.
That's all right.
That's great. Maybe I'll leave it out in the light for a little bit. Okay. That's good to know. I didn't know that.
We wanted people to be like, hypnotized, like it glows in the dark as the spiral.
Right. So you're getting very punk rock. Let's watch the video. I think. Is it this? No, that's not yet.
Yeah.
It's on my playlist. No, that's Kissy Kamikaze at Don Hills. Oh, what a R.I.P. Don Hills.
Yeah.
Here we go. No, that's the shoot. Oh, I'll find it somewhere. Yeah, you asked me to do the X Possibles reunion music video, and I was more than happy to oblige. In true punk rock DIY fashion, right?
Yeah.
Kissy Kamikaze at Trash Bar. This is some old X Possible stuff I found on YouTube. There it is. Let's watch this. So we can do a running commentary on this. Who's that monster guy? He's funny. This is just your daily walk around New York City routine, right?
Yeah.
So we had like a little party in your apartment.
It was great.
Yeah, this was fun. This was probably one of the first music videos I actually got to film. So thank you. You kind of helped start my career in a way.
Cool. I just assumed oh yeah, can you shoot a video for us?
Yeah, that's what I want to be, that guy, and hopefully, I continue to be that guy. This was so cool. This was so funny, like how movie magic. This was literally just like you turn the camera this much to the right and it was a whole different set.
Yeah, just staple fabric up in my living room.
I mean, that's all you need. So what happened to the X Possibles reunion? That didn't last too long, did it?
No, I was pregnant with Sev.
Oh yeah, I guess that'll do it.
Yeah. And yeah, we just had to get those last songs done, and
were these written before you broke up, or were these new songs?
No, they were new songs.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Got together, and yeah, but it ends with the last song on that 7-inch is so totally the last song. It was everything we wanted to do.
The Never Dead.
Yeah. This long ending, and we had the theremin, and it sounds like the world's ending. We wanted to do that. You know, we pictured it like the world's on fire and everything's like, you know, just destroyed, and you know, then you hear this like sound like over this like burning pile of ashes, and you know, everything's just gone, and that's the end.
Nice.
So
Now
that's
I'm gonna have to listen to it with a
awesome.
whole new perspective now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tibbie, I'm late, but I'm here. Hello, Crazy Daisy Views. Johnny
Hi.
Resin is here.
Oh, Johnny Resin. Oh my God.
Just realized it doesn't say my name. It's Tina,
Yeah.
as in clown shoes, and Tina.
God, I love them.
Hello, Tina. Welcome to VonPod. And yes, if you guys are watching and you want to chat along and ask some questions, we're about to get into the more juicy stuff, I would say. I would say, actually, this is probably another sort of landmark, I would say, in my career.
Sure.
Is this the Sexy Satan video?
Oh yeah.
That was, I think this holds up as like one of the best things I've ever done.
I love the video so much. I kind of wish like I wrote a better song, but I was bandless at the time, so
Right, I never really understood where the hell this song came from. So like, please, all right, I'll start the video and then you can talk over it. But like, that was in my apartment, I believe. Most of this was in that hotel, but I think that was in my apartment. Yeah, what the fuck is this, Tibbie? I never understood. There's me looking all dapper. Shout out to my ex Ivy, who helped me, I would say, co-direct and co-edit this video.
Ivy was so cool.
Yeah, she's still around. She's doing parties, mall goth at St. Vitus.
Awesome.
I've been seeing her around. Charles said that after he did this, he wanted to like get into the movie business.
So awesome.
So I like to claim credit for his career as well. Tibbie, what is this song? Why is this song?
It's almost better just
Oh,
to be honest.
I forgot I had my skull cup in there.
So all this stuff is like all over my apartment.
Yeah, this is basically your apartment, right?
Yeah, this guy there.
Oh yeah, okay. And there's Paul and Beatrice. So Paul was in this. Were you in Reagan Youth at the time as well at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, when did that start?
I think 2011.
I forgot my skull cups were in this. That's great. Yeah, I guess that lines up. You still haven't answered my question though.
Oh, all right.
What's up with this song? And
I had to, I didn't have to. I was writing a commercial for Satanic radio show. They are Tarina, you know, Church of Satan radio show. Needed
okay.
a like 10-second clip, and DJ, we'll just say DJ Slut, he wanted to remain anonymous, helped me do some like electronic programming stuff. I didn't know how to use my computer. I still don't really. And I was messing around and we got the song done. So I was like, why don't I just make a video? I was super into like reading all this occult stuff, and that movie Curse of the Crimson Altar.
Yeah, that was like a big influence on this. How did you come across that? Did you know the movie, or had you like recently discovered it?
It was a recent discovery. I was like, I've been obsessed with Gene Rollin movies, and I was going through.
I'm sacrificed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to interrupt because I died. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Curse of the Crimson Altar, right?
Yeah.
It was called something else as well, I think.
It does have another name. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I forget.
It is, but the imagery in that movie is just so on. Like, it's great, and everyone looks so great, and you know, it reminded me of like I'm gonna say us, meaning everyone in that video. So I was like, just want to get everyone together again, like the other video you shot, but kind of like tell the story.
Yeah, no, this one was way cooler.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I still think it holds up as like one of the coolest things I've ever done. I still didn't understand where that song came from though. It was just like I'm part of this, but I don't understand it. and because there was no follow-up, there was nothing else after that, you know.
Yeah, I think
Was there even like a project name for that officially?
No, I just always kind of wanted to do like kind of techno-y song, you know. Early in my going out in New York, like I was probably like 15. DJ Kyoki was like really, really nice to me and like would let me sit in the DJ booth. And
At the
probably
Limelight?
Limelight and Save the Robots was an after hours. Maybe Coney Island. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Kyoki was there. I can't remember.
Coney Island High?
Yeah, yeah. Coney Island High. So I just kind of always wanted to do one of those songs, and it's hard. You know,
Hard.
I'm not a techno DJ.
Right.
So,
would you still want to make stuff kind of like that?
yeah, but more like gothy new wave, like with an 80s vibe.
Okay.
Definitely interests
I
me.
want to pitch you a project, but we'll do it off air.
Okay.
I have this like idea in my head, but I haven't like actualized it yet, and I feel like maybe you would be a good person to collaborate with on it. But we'll talk later. I don't want someone to steal my idea. It's a really good one.
All right.
Although it's not like, you know, whatever. I'm going to drop it because it's just a tease for the audience.
Yeah.
And I got to play this. Yeah, Vonesper. So, I believe we recorded. Oh, it's so loud. I think that footage we recorded the same day as the Satan stuff. In the same room.
Yeah, I remember.
Not the vocals, but the video.
Yeah, it was like a total wardrobe change. I remember that.
Yeah, because we had like an empty room. I think we had a roommate moving out, so we had an empty room for a couple days or a week, or I don't know. But you stayed there, and I think we just shot those two things back to back, like with an empty room.
Yeah. God, that thing so gross.
And I gotta get this back on Spotify, I guess. Your stuff, a lot of your stuff's not on there either.
No, I don't have stuff online. It's like so not online.
I know. What's up with that? Is that a choice or just like technology thing?
Oh, it's shit gets deleted when I wasn't in charge of any online stuff because I didn't care about their stuff, and then it gets deleted when people like aren't in bands or
Right. Yeah. That's kind of what happened to this. I wanted to show a couple different editions of my album Stalemate, which is almost, I guess next year is going to be the 10-year anniversary, if you can believe it. That you are lended your great vocals to that song Taboo. Yeah, it's on Bandcamp though. Go and buy it on Bandcamp. On Bandcamp Friday. Wait for a Bandcamp Friday. But I got to get back on Spotify, I guess, too. Okay. Vonesper, check. Sexy Satan, check. What's next? Now we're getting into the good stuff, right? I think this is the GASH era.
Oh, cool.
Right? I mean, did you do anything in between those?
No.
All right, let me go backwards a little bit in my slideshow. Here's some old X Possibles. Where was this?
That's in Brooklyn, Greenpoint, like in Greenpoint by the water.
Yeah.
I don't know, somewhere around there.
Gotcha. Of course, the album. Got it. Shout out the album. I got one too, just so make sure everyone knows. This album's fucking awesome.
Thanks.
It's like, because I listened to it like today and yesterday in my car, and it's the quality like really holds up on this one.
Thanks. We recorded that like mostly live in the middle of the night, and some pop star, Alicia Keys. It was her studio
Huh.
in Soho that we
That's
were
why it sounds so good, huh?
yeah, when she left, we'd go in there in the middle of the night and use all their stuff. So
Oh, that's incredible.
yeah.
Well, it shows, and this should be on Spotify or at least Bandcamp. Tell whoever's got this stuff, let's put it up, and we'll transfer your old cassettes and put those up too.
Cool. Oh,
What's this?
that's a comp that we did in Turkey.
That's crazy.
Yeah, with the spinners.
Did you ever get an actual copy of it?
I used to have one. I think I just have the cover somewhere. Yeah.
Of course, Lost Voices. Okay, yeah, that's from the video shoot. That was cool behind the scenes. I love this picture. It's like, what a motley crew, right? Like, name this industrial project.
I love pulling Beatrice in the bathtub.
I know, it's so creepy. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, we're into GASH. Okay. And hello, Isis for Ruth. Yeah, you made it.
Oh my God. Awesome.
You sacrificed me. You too. Evil.
Wasn't it Ice's idea to like stab you or something? It was like
I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you that one. Isis, was this all your idea? So tell me about GASH. How would you even describe GASH to someone who wasn't there because it's such a unique thing.
I would just say that we were a performance-based liberation movement. Simple.
That is 4 words. That's pretty good. You definitely worked on your elevator pitch for this one.
I was like, I had a lot of explaining to do with that.
Yeah.
So
Still do.
Yeah. God, I wish I got more of the music out because I have like unreleased songs that they're always kind of miraculously in my phone what I have, but
Well, I know there was at least 4 that I've heard.
Yeah.
Was there any more than that? I think that was it.
There's more at like some studio in Philadelphia.
That's never got mixed.
Never got mixed, and I don't know if the guy still has them or not. I'm not sure.
Right.
But maybe, who knows? So I can't remember them, which is weird. Like I've realized somewhat recently I can't remember a lot of the lyrics from that band.
Oh, well, I mean, it's been like 10 years or something.
Yeah, but like X Possibles, I know everything, like it's like even the stuff that we didn't really, but gosh, I kind of forgot some stuff.
Did you block it out because like I don't know exactly what happened, but I know it wasn't good.
No, I mean, it was, even the bad stuff is good. Like there's nothing like a insane dramatic tragedy.
No, okay. That's what I was expecting. I wanted insane dramatic tragedy. Can you give me that? No, just kidding.
I can.
Yeah. I mean, well, okay, well, let's back up a little bit. How did it start exactly? Did you was this a band that you joined and then kind of took over, or how did this happen?
No, I had my son and I moved to Philadelphia because we got offered a free apartment. That was big. And I was struggling getting sevs around as a baby in New York.
Right.
So
yeah, sure.
I thought it was going to be like a 2-year thing, but so I'm living in isolation. I'd gotten hit by a truck and like literally, and I was taking a lot of opiates for the pain and everything. And then I got off them and I was taking these pot cookies at night for the pain that were helping me a ton. They were like super high in CBD and low in THC, so I wasn't paranoid.
Gotcha.
And I didn't know that there was a little bit of shroom oil in those at the time.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was like in the bath a lot, meditating and like going through the wall.
so sort of like microdosing, but you didn't realize it.
Yeah. I
Uh-huh.
thought it was like whole experience, you know? And I was, and I got all these ideas for these songs. So I had to like do them. You know,
Uh-huh.
like I mean, this was like far out there. I was thinking of stuff like oh, I'm a conduit. I was like, I'm the conduit of liberation. Like, you know, they're not my songs. They're like coming through me, you know?
Sure. I mean, I kind of feel similarly. I don't really generate lyrics so much that way, but almost every song that I've written was just a thought that came to my head that I had to like go grab a guitar and play out. Like I didn't sit down and write it. It's divine intervention. So I can understand to an extent. And that was without mushrooms. So imagine if I took some mushrooms. Oh my
Right.
God, I would just write like a fucking rock opera or something.
Yeah, probably because I mean, this wasn't just the lyrics, it was like the whole entire thing.
Mm.
Like the full song with the drums and like the visuals and like how I wanted it to play out. You know, I wanted
Which songs were written like that? Can you remember?
Army of the Sick, definitely Astral Liberation,
Mm-hmm.
Ritual, um what's the one Shouting from the Edge of the Earth,
I
the
don't
five
remember all the names of them either.
deadly Venoms,
I'd know them by
Deadly Venom
hearing
5,
them.
yeah, Deadly Venom 5. I mean, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a whole
Wow.
bunch of them. And I wanted it to go like the way I wanted it to be formatted the way rituals are, where there's like an introduction and then like a shared energy and a build up climax, and then like, you know, we wind down together and then some aftercare. So
As a set or in each song or both?
as a set, you know, the song
Okay, yeah.
people through this like shared experience. So that's, you know, how I saw it, and that's how I wanted it to play out, you know,
I guess,
totally interactive experience.
yeah. Um, I feel like we need to give people a visual to kind of get a sense of what we're talking about. Well, of course, we did open with Ritual at the opening of the show. Um, that I think is from this performance.
Yeah.
Uh, that's actually one of the most viewed videos on my YouTube channel.
Oh, cool. That
Yeah,
was
you guys fucking blew up my YouTube channel, sort of. So, oh my God, I don't know. Where do I even start? I have so many questions about this band.
okay.
I gotta take some mushrooms so they come to me fully formed. How well, I guess I guess now to follow up on what you just told me, how close did they get to your original visions?
There were definitely, especially on tour, we toured a lot.
Yeah,
There were some nights that were just like, transformative for me. And like, you know, people would come to me and, you know, tell me that like they lived their whole life repressed and they were out of the closet with whatever, you know, they were holding in and stuff. And we got into like, you know, sex worker rights and trans
yeah,
rights and all kinds of things like that. And I wanted to integrate um like all of the nightlife I saw as like the legion of the streets, and that it shouldn't be divided into like hardcore punk, just tough guys, and this punk is like, you know, the PC kids. Like everyone should be able to be out together as like a united force, because then it's more powerful. Like,
mm-hmm.
you know, so that was my goal.
How willing was your band in creating this goal? I guess is a question.
I think I scared them.
You think?
Like some guys from
Is
South
that what
Florida.
happened?
Yeah, you know,
I mean, because I almost feel like, I don't know, they seem to be enjoying themselves, but I feel like you're really pulling them into your
Oh, yeah.
weirdness.
Yeah, I mean, they just wanted
What
to be a trash band, really, and
right.
brought them on this like
And suddenly they were in this like S&M band. Like did they plan that?
this
Or were
psychedelic.
they kind of like, what the fuck just happened? Why am I in a collar right now?
Well, no, I mean,
There's
everyone
Paul.
they were pretty, Hit was like definitely wanted to be a Church of Satan member, and he was
Right.
like he was into being a dom, and Travis was a
Hmm.
furry. I,
Right, yeah.
AJ is just
Did he like
gay,
realize that through being in the band, or were they kind of exploring this stuff beforehand too?
I think the band brought it out.
Yeah.
I think a real turning point. I think they were uncomfortable, honestly, with trans culture. I think
Oh,
that was
really?
taking them too far, because their friends were giving them a lot of shit at the time. I mean, it's like
Hmm.
2012, 2013.
Right, yeah, things have definitely progressed since then.
Yeah, and we had
We
like
were ahead of the curve.
right, we had like Chris Wiz. We had like gay leather pup and trans porn stars and people coming out and my friends.
Right.
um it was
Here's
a
someone
lot.
from Autos.
Their friends were pissed, so
Gotcha.
so
Interesting.
awesome though, like
Because, like, I want to say, I thought it was, I never thought you could top X Possibles, because that was like my nostalgia. And I think it's like some of the most perfect punk rock of its time.
thank you.
And then this band came out, and I was like, holy shit. Not it's like the X Possibles, but like in a S&M subculture, and like, and you even brought back some of those old songs. So I was like, well, if
Yeah,
I can't have that, like this is probably even better.
thanks.
I loved it.
Thank you. I mean, god, I got so much shit for that band, but I didn't
Yeah, I guess, what
fuck it.
kind of shit did you get for that band? Let's start asking the real questions here.
It's mostly in Philly. I would get canceled for exploiting women because Dom Steph Executioner was
Yeah.
performing with us, and
I knew her before this band when she was doing the Guarlesque and stuff.
oh, she's so fucking awesome.
Yeah. They played with my Misfits cover band Skeletal Life once.
Oh,
It's like
cool.
one of those trauma, like zombie walk things or whatever.
Yeah. But these guys, they did great. I don't want to like be down on them.
No,
Like
sure.
very sheltered. Like Tompkins Park, I had to explain to them that they were talking about bringing a picnic basket and wearing flip flops and stuff. I was like, oh my god, it's in the city. Like
Yeah.
there's pizza across the street. We're not going camping. Like
Oh God, that's what they thought about this show. That's great.
and I'm not delicate with my delivery
Really, you think?
information.
I mean,
So
this is you in the daylight.
I was like, no fucking flip flops in my fucking fetish band. Shit like
Yeah. Like,
that. So
okay, black clothing, I'll take it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely bought them some clothes, but I mean, they were
Yeah.
cool. They were cool. They just didn't know.
Sure. Well, I don't know. I thought this was, I don't know. This was a peak of something. I wanted to say New York subculture, but I guess you guys came from Philly, but you kind of brought the New York to them.
Yeah, for me, like
Did
my
this band fuck
personal,
up Philly too? Like how did they react to it?
at first, it was like we were doing really well, and then this band combined with Reagan Youth, uh,
Hmm.
yeah, it didn't go so well. It was like I
Like
don't know.
the fans clashed.
I think it's weird because there was some crossover stuff that happened that was really cool, but like I think people thought I was like a snob or like super rich, like treading on their territory or something, you know, like keep New York out of Philly is kind of like a vibe here, you know.
Really?
And there's shit that I just didn't know, like, you know, South Philly doesn't mix with West Philly, like there's not a lot of crossover with that, and I'm just new here trying to combine everyone.
Right. Unity.
Yeah, and I, you know, it pissed people off. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I have a big
But
mouth. I don't want to shut up. So sometimes people get
yeah,
angry, you know.
I guess that's a good like sort of segue into more conversation, which is, I mean, you definitely do provoke people, and I guess it gets both like an equal reaction on either side, right?
Yeah, yeah, and like it's
I mean,
unintentional.
for all the shit you got for this, I'm sure it did a lot of good for people too, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing that I'm so like grateful for, because like it's kind of like it amazes me when, like, I don't know, like if we change each other's lives for the better by like playing music and like doing this. You know, it's like we won or something, like we fought like the whole society system, like, you know, we broke through that repression.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to find that book. I don't know, what would you call that book? Like a manifesto or something? A mission
Yeah.
statement? Like I wanted to read some of it. Can you explain what it was and I guess what the mission statement of the band is, I guess? Like there's so much to explain about this, even though it's also just like kick-ass rock and roll, you know?
The freedom liberation movement. I got a little weird towards the end. I was like,
Did you conceive that in the bathtub too?
no, I
No.
kind of, I got off the shrooms after the
Okay.
going on. I couldn't function, but yeah, no, I got this idea. I was reading Red Scarlet. A Scarlet Imprint is this publishing company that publishes all of these occult books, and I had read The Red Goddess and this book about Kimbanda. It's like a cult in Brazil that's all about like the underground, and it, like, empowering like all of the nightlife together, like without judgment. And like, you know, I was saying before, like Legion of the Streets. So I had this idea. I was like, what if we start a cult, but people
Right.
know that they're a part of it and everyone's kind of like at an equal level. You know, there's no leader, so that our live shows are like all inclusive, like everyone's a part of the performance,
Yeah.
you know. And so that's what the book was all about, like you know, being your true self, and like a freedom movement, and not judging others and supporting each other, like outside of like the prescribed system of like, you know, what we're told that we have to do to survive.
How did people react to that?
I
Or
don't
did they understand it? Because
I don't
I guess I didn't even fully understand it, and I was sort of like there.
I felt like people did not know what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's super cool, but it's also like, Tibbie, what
I
the
know.
fuck are you talking about?
I was like, I'm losing them on the cult thing. I need another word, but I was like, God, like, you
Yeah.
know, Genesis got the message across, but already had some,
Genesis Peorage?
yeah,
Mhm.
but he or they already
Right,
had a large following,
right.
and that was like a club scene, and there's so many people in that like kind of techno scene. I had a much smaller.
Did you ever see Throbbing Gristle, or what was the other band?
Oh, I wish I did.
I saw the speak at my college once. That was the closest I got
So
to
cool.
Genesis. Yeah.
I have
It
these books.
was pretty fascinating.
Yeah, stuff sleeping in my room. I have the books that outline like everything that they were like preaching stuff. They're so cool.
Hmm.
But I didn't know that stuff at the time, but it's kind of the direction that I was thinking of, you know, cuz I just felt like it would be like a next level bonding point for everyone, you know, involved in the underground of music. Like we could have our book publishing and like, you know, art and music and like support ourselves and like, you
I mean,
know,
I think it's super cool. I
start our
was
own,
super into it.
you know.
I mean, it was all like the things that I liked, and it was also like still punk music, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I wish I could remember more of the bands we played out with, like Pink Mass, and we were finding all these other like, you know, underground, like it's almost like a new scene starting of like fetish punk.
Yeah. Well, then
And
you were kind of starting this scene, the Gotham Grindhouse shows. That's what another one of these.
yeah, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about those and how that started. And did
Dance God was a like a satanic horror rock and roll band who were theatrical. Like they had like a belly dancer and fire breathing and
they were
so
interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Fun to party with,
So fun.
right? The party never stopped with them.
Yeah, yeah. I like when it's like somewhere during their set, like, you know, they bring out this big goat head like from the back.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the goat head.
Yeah.
That was so
Great.
obnoxious.
I know. I love it. I love when there's like a surprise, you know, from the back of the audience.
Yeah.
You know, no one can just like ignore that, you know.
Yeah. But
But I
it
do,
was so the Grindhouse shows, there was kind of like creating its own scene. Well, it was I feel like that was the attempt.
Hail Action, that was another band.
Oh yeah. Oh, I found another one, the Slut Junkies.
Oh,
I
Slut.
found a sticker. I just remembered that they played your shows. Here, oh yeah,
Oh,
I
they're
got
cute.
some show and tell. Let me do some show and tell. I got my, well, this was a what do you call these?
Yeah.
Business card, GASH business card.
Oh yeah.
Found a Dance Desaad sticker. I think I have their CD somewhere. I think I even I think it was one of my recordings on it too.
Cool.
I got my GASH patch. I don't know if I have the original version of the CD, but I have this one.
I think it's not me on the picture. That was
Oh, really?
yeah, that's like I mean, I'm in the one singing, but there's like a naked girl like chained up and stuff. That's not me.
Oh,
That was,
no, I know. Isn't that Steph?
no, that's
Oh.
someone I don't know. It was our guitarist's ex-girlfriend's
Oh,
roommate,
okay.
her like art project.
Yeah, I don't know if I can show this one. I'll
Blur it
show it
out.
for a minute. Yeah. Um, so I guess what happened? I don't know.
It's all right. It's really
Whatever you care to answer. Here, I
yeah.
got some pictures I can show while we're talking. I
Well,
mean, the imagery was incredible.
that was like really important to me. It's
And some
important.
shows you played. Fucking the Dwarves.
Oh yeah, that was fun. I saw them recently. We did a
I
song.
know, we're gonna get into that. I have a video I'm gonna play later.
Cool.
Remember I videotaped it.
Right, right. That's where I ran into you.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Cool.
late. Oh,
Oh my god, that was hilarious. We were making throwing ice at some boring band and I think it was in Baltimore.
oh, what this picture?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it was like, you know, we were standing around forever. So yeah, that happened. There was a
I
swing up, you know.
I mean, if there's a swing, you gotta swing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I pulled these from your old website, which isn't up anymore, but luckily these images still existed. I mean, how great was this imagery?
Oh my god, it's like
I mean, I think you were definitely ahead of your time,
thank you.
but it was perfectly the right time for me.
That was we played with a bunch of DC hardcore bands. I really was pushing for Steph and I to be booked with like the hardest, like most masculine bro, like hardcore bands, so that
Mm-hmm.
we could all like
Like the
party.
Crow Mags or something.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we'd all get along together and kind of like override the like programming of like this is for like men only.
Yeah, I love it.
Why wouldn't men want like everybody there?
I mean, I want this. I don't
And
know.
like
I can speak for only myself. I do not defend my gender.
yeah, and for it to be fun, not like no hostility. If everyone's having fun, that's the like ultimate rebellion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it worked. It worked a lot.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
So
I interrupted your answer though. Like, what happened to the GASH?
I think
There's
I think
Charles.
like I don't know, maybe the touring was difficult.
Oh, Axel. Look at this
Yeah,
picture I found.
that's awesome. I miss Axel.
Yeah, did you know him? I know my friend was like, one
Yeah,
of my best friends was like, what do you call, when you kind of study under them?
an understudy.
No, not like on Broadway. Um,
An intern.
an apprentice.
Apprentice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
These are pictures I
Oh,
took.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever seen some of this stuff. I don't
What is
know
that?
where that was,
Yeah, I don't either.
but it's fucking cool. And there was,
Daniela.
yeah, that was, I think you had Glob, which was, for the audience, the gorgeous ladies of blood wrestling
That's right.
at one of your shows.
Oh, that was cool.
And there's
That must
a
be
picture of me filming you.
our...
There's some pictures of us and Paul from that night. I mean, I know this was somewhat of a rebellion to the Reagan youth scene, right? Or the scenes that you were playing in with Reagan youth. How did
Yeah.
Paul did he agree that the scene was stale, or how did he perceive it?
No. So, but I mean, Paul had like me in his band and he plays
Yeah.
with us and he's always been supportive of women in music and it's crazy that he got labeled homophobic because I have probably video
Did
of like
that happen? Is that one of the things? We'll get, yeah, we'll definitely dig deeper into Reagan youth, but
I know I specifically remember a long Paul rant of like music is like the one place that's always been for everybody.
that sounds like something he would say.
Yeah, I remember it's also the same rant. I know he was like, when did it become about guys working out?
Right, word.
And so, but yeah, I really just think it was like the guys in my band were just fed up with me, with my agenda, and they wanted to do their own thing. I wish it had been a more peaceful parting, but it's I don't know.
Yeah, I never quite.
Sucked.
I just knew it was just like something happened, and I never really asked.
From my perspective, because I've like really very forwardly been like, what the fuck did I do? Just tell me, fix it, or like apologize or not do that shit anymore. And I really never got a solid answer.
Oh, really?
A bunch of shit.
All right, can I this trigger
Yeah,
warning? I don't know.
it's
I'm
cool.
gonna show this. I found it. I mean, the GASH Facebook is wiped. It's gone.
Yeah,
But I did find this in the archive, the Wayback Machine, and this was their statement. Recently, we had gone through a drastic lineup change. Unfortunately, there have been some accusations against us as a band. These accusations were made by former members who were involved in things that we as a band do not agree with, etc., etc. What the fuck is this?
I don't know. They're just trying to save face. They're like, fired. They wanted to continue the band without me.
Right.
So I got like, blocked off the website and all this shit. And like, I don't know. It's like I would never be like, I did all the work,
Mm-hmm.
It's just little kid drama is the way I see it, but they're probably in their like late 30s now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was a while ago. I mean, they were, I'm not talking shit about them at all. Like, they were always very nice to me.
Right.
I had fun hanging out with them.
Me too. I miss
Yeah, I wonder what their perspective is now, almost like 10 years later.
I don't know. Like I don't know what's going on with them. I think really I was pushing AJ too much. Like I had AJ in Reagan Youth and
Oh, right. I forgot about that. There's
yeah,
so many people in that band. I can't remember them all.
I know. I really, really wanted him
Coming
to
from the guy in green jello, of course.
right. I wanted AJ to tour Europe with us, and he wasn't ready to do that. And him and Paul had like a disagreement. I think that's really where things started going downhill.
Mm.
It's just we're a lot of personality to deal with.
I mean,
but
yeah, I would say.
it's like I gotta live with this too. It's a lot.
It burned bright and burned,
It was just such a ferocious ending. It sucked, but
oh,
it is what it is.
that's Reagan
I,
years. I have
yeah,
that out of place in my slideshow, but here's some
I
more.
think it's more of his friends. I think his friends were jealous of him going on tour with Reagan Youth and playing with all these bands and just giving him a lot of shit. And it put him under like this like social pressure with his family, and he was getting bashed. And they just decided, they wanted to be local and stay with the people that they grew up with. That's where his loyalty was. So, it became a thing. Like, they bonded together over, I'm the enemy, get rid of her, and stick with us. That kind of. It's a dopamine thing online. So it was an early canceling. It's like before that scene had its shit together. So I was never directly accused of a thing. They just kind of threw.
Right. That's what I know. I figured like I would have heard about it by now, if you were.
Heard
I
about
never
it.
understood it. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just kind of like a let's all gang up on this one person and get rid of them, outcast them. So
I guess this is go ahead, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just I was like I'm one of the 4 people of the cancel scene.
Yeah, well, let's talk about cancel. Should we get into the really good stuff now?
Sure.
Are you canceled? What did you get? Are you like?
No.
How do I start this conversation? What does it say in your notes, Tibbie? What do you want to talk about?
Oh God.
Because I don't know where to start with this one.
Remember to bring up protecting each other. It's nothing. Just remember that. So we'll remember that.
Is Reagan Youth canceled? I can't. Okay, I gotta admit, like my knowledge of Reagan Youth is a little bit limited. I'm gonna trade in my punk card after saying this, but I didn't really grow up on Reagan Youth. For me it was the Misfits and Minor Threat and the Meatmen, and I knew about them by name, but really my history with Reagan Youth is of course Airheads.
Yeah.
But here's where I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I'm gonna cancel myself here. I didn't know Degenerated was a Reagan Youth song until you joined the band. And then I was like, wait a minute, I know this song.
Did you have the lunchbox? The DJN lunchbox?
No, I didn't have that, but I did have the soundtrack and it was very dear to me.
Yeah.
And then the only other Reagan Youth thing I have is you. So
oh man, I don't have that.
You don't have one of these? It's limited. I think there's only like 100 of them. It's lathe. What's it called? A lathe cut. So it's like direct to vinyl kind of. I don't know. You tell me. What is this thing?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's the Lucky 7.
Oh shit, that's so cool. On that, I don't think.
You're not on this?
I don't think so. I don't
Well,
know.
your picture's on there.
Weird.
So,
It's
oh, well,
well,
that's a
how-
mystery. I guess I can't really ask you about this one.
yeah, I have no idea.
So I've seen Reagan Youth with you a couple times, but like I don't really know that much about them. Has Reagan Youth been canceled, and for what? Let's start there. What's the controversy with Reagan Youth?
When I was being swarmed online and in real life too, because like these
With the
guys,
end of GASH at that period?
yeah, these guys
Uh-huh.
tried to attack me. It was a thing that, Paul stepped in and just next level said some crazy shit online because he just does not care.
Yeah, he really is the epitome
Yeah,
of give a fuck.
no fuck. And so
But
everyone,
very nice about it too, I would say, like in my experience.
yeah, he was sticking up for me. And the things he said were ridiculous, like obviously not true. He's not riding into Philadelphia on horseback to, kill all the punks. Like it's not a thing,
Okay.
But he got the attention away from me and onto him because I was being attacked in real life, and I have a kid and I'm alone here. Fucked.
Mhm.
And I've been very loyal to him for sticking by me during that time, and so I think there was an attempt to cancel Reagan Youth, but Paul will fight back
Yeah.
relentlessly.
I mean,
So
Reagan Youth's I guess, would you call them controversial in a sense? I don't know. I mean, I feel like,
far,
do people not get the irony of Reagan Youth? Is that is that the problem?
Well, the Nazis that have shown up at our shows, like things don't go so well for them.
Oh, so how does that work out with Nazis at your shows? 'Cause I've never seen a show like that. I've never experienced that.
Yeah, it's in the West Coast. I mean, it's always like behind me or something happens over there and I'm busy.
Mhm.
So I didn't really see what went down, but someone, I don't know, they show up to start trouble and then, the punks just beat the shit out of them and threw them out.
So since Dead Kennedys, nothing has changed.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that's changed is when I've watched the video footage, there were like women and, it's an all ages show and everyone was kind of like this united force of like, let's not let this gigantic guy just, roll out onto stage and attack the bassist or whatever. So that's cool. I mean, I don't know what he was doing on stage back there behind me. It's just weird. And it's happened some other times, Chicago and I think Florida. But
So Reagan Youth, so Nazis don't like Reagan Youth. That's okay. We can be okay with that one. Like, what about the punks? Like, do the punk, or like,
I think generally the band's okay, and there's like some people that, online it seems like they're pissed off, but like in real life, we always have a good time at the show.
yeah, totally. I mean, obviously, the music and the social media has always been very politically charged. I mean, it is called Reagan Youth. So if
Right.
anyone's not expecting that, I don't know what they're there for, right?
Yeah, and Beatrice, Madame Saint Beatrice,
Right.
our social media, and we talk a lot during the day, so it's funny when people will write like, this website's racist or something, or it's misogynistic,
And here's a black girl on the other end going like, what the fuck?
and Haitian woman that's very politically active that has her own band, and it's like that's she's running. She does so much work, and she's very politically knowledgeable with what's going on in the world. Like, she'll send stuff to me so like, I can keep up. Like she knows what's going on.
Right
And
on.
personally attached to, you know, keeping like, you know, the political message active, you know, so that's who people are interacting with, you know, and
Gotcha.
like we read it, and if we have something to say, you know, usually it's like tell Beatrice.
Right. Now, technically, that's another band you're in, and I haven't actually seen that band, but I did see Dust Angel. Is that was the name of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'll roll in once in a while on rhythm guitar, but I'm not a
Gotcha.
solid member of that band.
Right.
Kind of, I love
Um,
so.
yeah, I'll catch a show one day. I mean, um, all right, I don't have that much to say about Reagan Youth because I didn't really like. I know about your music more than I do about Reagan Youth, which is surprising maybe for a punk rocker. But um, should we talk about Leftover Crack? Is it
Sure,
Leftover Crack time? Did
sure.
you know Leftover Crack back in the day? I guess you did because your drummer
Yeah,
was in the band. I totally forgot about that, but now it totally makes sense.
yeah. Definitely, you know, from the squats and from Tompkins Square Park and just around, you know, Lower East Side. And C Squat was like that was like a whole like accomplishment, I guess. It was like something that
Yeah, I've never been there surprisingly, but I've heard a lot about it.
you
It's
gotta come by.
yeah, sure.
um
Is it the same spot that it always was?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And you know, I was like I just didn't want to like roll in to that world like needy, and I always had trouble like with places to live and stuff because you know I'd get a job and get some money together and go on tour, so I couldn't
You're talking
pay
about back in the day, like in the 90s.
back then. So like getting to
Do
play
you
the
lived at C Squat?
no, I didn't
Okay.
live in squat back then. I just you know, I'd work as a stripper or something and get a whole shit ton of money together and then be able to go travel around Europe for a few months and pay for everyone's flights and
Right. Mm.
hustled the mafia. I did
Mm.
whatever I could to get money to go on tour. So I had heard about C Squat for the longest, and then when they started having shows there, it was like so cool to meet everybody and like be a part of this world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I felt like that was I was always like a do it yourself, you know, anti-system kind of person, and that was like the epitome of that world, you know, like manifesting in real life, not just like a zine, you know.
Right, right. Yeah. Um, yeah, I totally kind of missed Leftover Crack back then, but I have seen them since then. Um, Leftover Crack, are they canceled? What's the deal?
um
What
I
do you want to talk about? How do you want to talk about this?
anything, you know, it's like
I don't really know the questions to ask. I know
oh,
the topic to address. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's like I
yeah,
don't know. I haven't read the book. You know, I've seen shit, but I don't know any details. I don't know anyone personally involved except
yeah.
you, really. So
It's
what's your involvement
like
and what's the deal and what do you want to say about it? What did your notes say?
um GASH Reagan used I was trying to write down the bands in order that I was in them.
Oh, okay. I got you covered on that one. Don't worry. That's not what I'm worried about.
It's like a homework assignment. I was like,
Yeah,
first one.
we missed Ghoul's Night Out, but that was
Oh.
your Misfits band.
um, yeah, I would say that Sturgeon is very much canceled. I mean, you know, for whatever, uh, you know, the people who attack him like to say that the cancel culture doesn't exist. It's
Oh, so he's the reason Reagan Youth's canceled.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, we did a pretty good job of pissing people off on our own, but you know, having Sturgeon sing for us was like you know, there was a moment where, you know, people are trying to change the Wikipedia and get us like completely banned from playing out. You know, Paul's touring and playing shows with cancer, you know, after,
Right.
you know, with a colostomy bag and, you know, getting chemo, and he's just like up and playing shows like he's badass like that. You know, he'll always show up to perform and to continue playing out, you know, despite what anyone says. And I've known Sturgeon since the late 90s, and I see it as there was a toxic relationship. There's two sides to it, and
Right.
these stories get blown up to for other people to use as like a tool of control. They want to control this guy and like shit talk him and just devalue everything that he's done over like an unproven rumor. And I don't think it's fair. And I don't want to speak for Paul, but I mean, I know that he doesn't think it's fair also, you know?
Well, I mean, I would imagine if he did, like, he wouldn't be in his band, right? Or is
Yeah.
he still involved with Reagan Youth? Either way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're playing out. I don't think
Right.
that's playing out anymore. I don't know what we're doing. It's
Yeah,
besides
I know you did your last show and then you played again like a month later. I was like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, that lasted. That was quicker than the Nine Inch Nails breakup.
We didn't do a last show in California, and we really
Right. Okay. Now you got to be Kiss and do a last show everywhere. I get it.
oh, could not
Stretch it out.
before. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, we just get labeled as like there's all this language that goes along with it. We're harboring abusers, and like, no, we're not, you know. And you know, I'm very blatantly honest. I'm always available for people to speak to, but they don't
Right.
want to speak to us. They want to get likes online, and letting go of this target to devalue is like, you know, people letting go of like it's like a social club, right?
Right. Yeah.
Dopamine,
Sure.
validation. You know, you tear somebody else down to build yourself up. That's what it looks like to me. And I hate it. It's like it's censorship and it's capitalism, and it's like I think of it. I don't even think people know that they're like a part of like I don't know. It reminds me of like the tabloids, right? Like they'll latch on to someone who's worked really hard in like, you know, any kind of like mass media, like a film star, TV star, and just be like, you know, they're fat and ugly now, haha, or like, haha, look at them sucking. Like they want to tear down, you know, anyone with any kind of like celebrity status. And
Well, I mean,
Sturgeon's,
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say he's an individual without a PR team. Just him. He's just a guy that worked really hard in music. So he's well known. Hi, cutie. My cat's here.
Oh, a cameo. All right.
been, wait,
Hello.
been waiting for you. But
I
yeah,
know. Now the interview can really start.
right? You know, he's a well known musician that
I
started
know.
genre and
Yeah.
doesn't kiss ass. And, you know, he can be difficult to work with. Like, you know, intelligent musicians usually are. And so yeah,
I mean,
he's
you can't speak directly for him, but do you want to like defend his character, or like how do you want to? What do you want to say about cancel culture? And
I don't know him to be physically abusive. And I have received like death threats and insults and like humiliating online comments from people who are under the guise of protecting women and being anti-abuse because of my association with him. And I don't make that make sense.
right,
My opinion,
yeah,
for some reason, you know? And it's bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit, you know? Like I see it as like a very privileged position to be able to swarm around one person, refuse to talk to them, isolate them from the world, and take away their ability to perform, you know?
Mm.
And
Yeah, I know. I remember we had like an exchange on Instagram or through comments, I think. It was just like that I had a similar conversation with somebody I was associated with in a band who had accusations against them, and I was like, you know what I did? I fucking had a really long conversation with them. You
yeah,
know, and I don't think most people do that. And I think you were like, yeah, it's that simple. Like, is that the takeaway from this? Is
um,
is
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't really have much of a solution because
right,
I
of course.
stay much on the receiving end of this, but
Hmm.
like, I'll talk to anyone who wants to talk to me. But that's like old school New York, right? You're like, you got a problem? Like,
Right, right. Yeah,
you
totally.
face to face. Like, you got a fucking problem? What? What is it? Like, I don't, if I've done something wrong and, or I'm not seeing things clearly, like, tell me about it. I want to know, I want
Hmm.
to, like, be better.
Well, do you relate to this statement? You know you've made it when you have haters, right? You definitely got some haters.
I
Like
know,
they were coming in my comments. I was like, holy shit. Like, uh-oh. I'm
I
stirring
know.
the pot here.
Yeah, just existing. I mean, like, really, like, my daily life is like, I take care of my kid and my cat, and I work with some musicians in Philadelphia, and I go to New York to play music with my New York friends.
Hmm.
So,
Well, I guess it's a good time to play this. That was the last time I ran into you, and it was quite a surprise to me. And yeah, we're all getting canceled here. Hey, the bass player was canceled too. I'm sure the Dwarves have been canceled many times.
probably.
I mean, they're if you want to come out with a controversial band, the Dwarves is the one to do it, right?
Yeah.
I fucking love the Dwarves. I particularly think this is one of my favorite Dwarf songs. And I didn't realize until researching for this show that Gash had played with them.
Yeah. In Delaware, and I can't remember which band played with them in California. Either Reagan Youth or GASH.
Right. Did you know Blag at all before that, or?
You know, um, no. And he was like, very like playfully making fun of me on stage and stuff. And I was complimented. I was like, oh my God, this
Oh
guy's,
yeah, that's his whole thing. Yeah.
yeah. So, that's how I got to know him.
I
Little,
think the biggest joke about the Dwarves is that they're actually really fucking good. I
yeah,
mean, they're really a studio project now, and then the live band is the live band. You know, there's a little bit of mix, but like, you know who their drummer is on all their records?
no.
Josh Freese.
Who's Josh Face? So, because I don't know people's names.
Who's Josh Freese? Well, he's in the Foo Fighters right now,
Oh, okay.
but he started in the Vandals. He's been in like every band you can imagine: Devo, Nine Inch Nails, Guns N' Roses, uh,
But
Paramore, Weezer, Offspring. He's been in all of those bands.
damn it, next
He's one
flight,
of the best drummers ever.
I'm gonna be a
And the
drummer.
Dwarves. Yeah. Um, I guess how I don't know. That was fun. I ran into you at the Bowery Electric,
Yeah.
and that happened. I didn't know you were getting on stage.
I kind of didn't know until
Yeah, that's kind of you were saying.
I was like, shit, I don't know all the words to this song. And it was like,
Yeah.
I don't fuck it up too bad, but
It's fine.
I always fuck up cover songs. It's just kind of like a running running theme in my life.
Well, it's not a cover for them.
For me.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All
This is
right. Well, I think the hard conversations are over. Let's go back to some fun stuff, huh?
okay.
Hopefully fun. Here, I have some images I hope it's okay to show from a video we never finished,
Of course.
which is very tragic because it was going to be a really cool video.
Oh my god.
Or pair of videos, I'm not even sure, but remember we shot all this stuff?
Yes.
We had like a really wild night, and
Oh
then
my
this was
God,
the night
so
after.
cool.
Yeah, I have all this footage. That's the PG part of it.
Damn, we should do something with that. It's so cool.
We should. I mean, I'd love to do something with it.
Cool.
But I don't talk to any of your old band members either, so I don't know how they would feel about it.
Really gotta ask Steph because her, her image is all over that. So it's really up to Steph.
Right. Well,
I would work with Steph.
She moved out of the country. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, so. I know. I was like really happy for her. She looks really happy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But here's the most fun thing. I found a whole show from that night, and it's probably one of the best shows.
Oh my God! What?
I literally put this together today. So this was the show, the night that we filmed all this music video stuff.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh my God, I gotta come over and watch this thing.
Well, I put it on YouTube so you can watch it anytime you want.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, again, I had a 2-camera shoot and somewhat soundboard audio from this show, and because you guys kind of broke up right afterwards or soon afterwards, I never touched any of this stuff until today.
I think I don't know, did GASH make it a year or 2 years? I don't even know.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm very confused.
It sounds about right, 2 years.
Yeah.
I just thought we could watch this for a little while because it's like, I'm pretty proud of it too.
Thank you so
And this isn't even like the music video stuff. This is just the show stuff.
Hell, am I drinking out of a bottle of Jack?
Yeah. I guess you're not straight edge anymore?
No. I mean, it's I don't really drink.
Yeah. No, I never knew you to be like a heavy drinker or anything. I was actually surprised to see that,
Yeah. Fuck, I was losing my voice. That's why I'm drinking.
Do you want to explain what's happening here? I mean, we kind of did, but more literally.
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Oh, well, you're riding a
the dog.
And
yeah,
this is your band dog, wasn't it?
That was our early dog. Yeah, that was our first.
First, wait, so maybe this isn't.
No, that's early GASH. Yeah, that was
This didn't seem early because this was the last show that I saw of you.
No, that's early. That's before we toured. We went
really
all over the Midwest, down south, California. Yeah, that's the first dog because Chris became our dog afterwards.
Oh,
that's Spot.
Yeah, Spot. That's right.
We drove Spot out, to a field and told him to run because he wasn't loyal. No.
Oh, really?
Spot was cool, but he had to run away.
Oh. This show is fucking awesome. It sounds great. It looks great, and nobody's ever seen this. So you're welcome, world.
Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you.
I gotta ask. This was around the time when I noticed you were getting pretty fit. Are you still into the fitness thing? And do you have any tips?
Yeah. God. I don't have any tips. I don't know. I'm predisposed to being muscular and I eat horribly and I don't have a sleep schedule, but my son is anti-social media. He works out every day and no GMOs and he recommends a dopamine detox. That is something.
Wow, that is very progressive.
Yeah. He thinks that and I agree with him that self-improvement is the next anti-system anarchist movement. So it's his way of detaching from the system.
We're gonna return to that. This is gonna be part of our post-show conversation. Just remember that.
Cool.
Which, I mean, I'm sure. I don't think we're gonna last too much longer on here. I think. Oh yeah, I do have a couple other things, but like, I'm just I love this footage. I can't believe nobody's ever seen this before.
Thank you so
I did
much.
this after work today.
That's amazing.
And I put the whole show together. So it's like 40 minutes about there's,
Yeah.
Steph and her
It's a lot.
friends.
I mean, at that time, I was waking up at 5 a.m. every day and hitting the gym with like a professional
Oh, really?
builder and taking dance classes with Timmery and
Oh, yeah. Sex with Timmery.
yeah,
She got canceled too, apparently.
Get the fuck out of here. What?
Yeah, recently. I don't know. Like, there was a whole thing with her burlesque show. I don't know any details, but I saw it blow up on Instagram and I was like, whoa. Another one bites the dust.
Come on. Like, I mean,
I don't know what happened there. I never met Timmery, actually. I just knew she was a friend of Steph.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if anyone's doing activist work and helping to support like the underground and LGBTQIA nightlife and like trans burlesque and sex education on all levels, that's Timmery.
Yeah, I mean, I used to listen to her podcast. Well, I guess probably because of you guys. Probably you were on her podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, wow. Okay, so it's getting to the point where like most of the people that I meet to work with are canceled to some degree.
I know. I'm worried just talking to you. But you know what? I figured I got this 15-year or so history with you. I've never had any problems, so I can only speak for what I know, and I know you to be a good person.
Just say, the opinions presented here are not.
Yeah, exactly. I have a whole warning on my Guar show about that. I should probably do the same thing here. I don't want anyone to sue me.
But the thing is, it's like we're all flawed individuals, right? Like, I mean, I'm not a great person. I've done a lot of fucked up shit, but not
the stuff that people are accusing you or not accusing you of.
I know like literally actual abusive people that have been in jail and have come through that are better people now, like whether they're sober in AA or something like that. And it's like there has to be a goal, that the person wants for themselves. You don't force somebody to be accountable, and you don't accuse somebody of something that they may or may not have done and just punish them as if they're definitely guilty based off a meme.
Right.
That's just how I feel about that.
How much? Here's a GASH question. It's not about cancellation. I guess how much of this was a performance and how much of this was you, or however you want to interpret that?
I'd say none of it was like a performance, as in like a character. It was like I was working really hard to like unlock like
You're welcome, world. I'm just sorry. I gotta just interject and say you're welcome. This is like the hottest rock and roll footage you'll ever see. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, awesome. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I just like I thought that if I was completely uncensored and honest, that I would be in control of like my own reality without anybody else like exposing secrets about me,
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like sorry, I'm distracted by the women making out in front of me on your stage.
It's okay.
How about like, when you're like laying in the audience and you're kind of giving the trust into like a punk rock crowd, like can you explain what that was like and I guess why you you would do something like that. That is pretty shocking to some people, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I was like blindfolded and tied up and stuff in the middle.
Yeah, and like in the middle of a mosh pit crowd, you know, like here, well, there's Steph lying on the ground, but similar.
Oh, this was wild. That was when the dancer from the other band joined us. Yeah, that was cool.
I forget her name. I think she was also Steph's friend.
Yeah, but that wasn't like a planned thing. That's
Right.
that would happen at our shows. Like,
Yes, yeah, I guess you could see how some people would think you're exploiting women here, but I only see people exploiting themselves.
right? And
am I correct in that statement?
But is it exploiting? I mean, we're not like
I mean, it's exploitation as in sort of the genre, I guess. But
yeah.
I like exploitation, so
I don't see it that way because we're not being, used by anybody, and
right.
it's definitely
Well,
not.
in a way, you're being used by somebody, but I get it.
Or they're using, we're using them too. That's the equal exchange between like a dominant, submissive.
Sure,
that's
yes.
really above the other because we need each other, right? So,
right.
So,
symbiotic relationship, is that what they say?
Yeah.
I'm just skipping through this. I love this stuff. Here's a X Possible song. Hell yeah. I mean, I love this. These songs are so good.
Thanks.
Are you still writing songs? I guess that's a question I can ask.
I am. I'm trying to learn Sturgeon stuff and some other.
Do you want to talk about that here? Like are you a member of Leftover Crack now?
I don't know.
Or ish.
Well, we worked on some recordings together, and yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Gotcha.
Like in terms of shows and stuff. So
well, okay. Well, let's talk about you and the stuff you can talk about.
Yeah, it's not that I can't talk about it.
No, I understand. Yeah, I mean, like literally, like there's nothing to say there.
Yeah, I don't know. Choking Victim might be doing something. I don't know.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not in that band.
Right.
But I met.
I saw Choking Victim once.
Oh God,
I don't know. I used to see them or Leftover Crack sometimes with the World Inferno Friendship Society.
Yeah.
So.
And Stockyard.
I was in a Morning Glory video, but I know that's a different band.
Yeah, that's his band.
Yeah.
Send me the video. I want to see.
Oh, the Morning Glory video?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You want me to pull it up? We can watch it right now.
It's gonna be weird. No, it's weird.
No, it's weird. All right, we'll do it later.
Yeah.
That's an offline thing. Okay, I know. But, I have to ask you about acting and also your music being in Charles's new movie Bishop's Cove, which is premiering. I can't read the fine print, but it's in Brooklyn very soon in October. Go see Bishop's Cove.
Yeah.
And I guess there's some more of your music in there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And well, I guess that's sort of a lead into you're acting in the 21st Century Demon Hunter. Season 2, I believe. That's not out yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Well, yeah. He mentioned that you are acting in it, so maybe.
I mean,
are you an actor?
Oh no, I'm not. I would love to be.
Are you sure? Because I have these Zombie Hunter DVDs.
I feel like I kind of play myself. If it's something that I think I can do, and it's a friend's production, I'm so there, and I love it. I just I'm not that experienced. So I feel like it's not like necessarily what I excel at,
Right.
But so much fun. Like so much fun. I mean, the videos are kind of like acting, but
right, yeah, sure. I think I can get rid of this. What do I have here? I think I'm coming to the end of my slideshow. Oh yeah, there's my zombie hunters. You know, to be honest, I'm not sure if I ever actually watched all of these, but I'm trying to amend that now since I have the DVDs, and I believe our music video is on one of these too.
Oh,
Is that, do
cool.
you know? I think there's like an extra feature. I don't remember which video it was.
I did binge watch like that whole thing years ago, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the video. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think one of our music videos is a special feature for some reason.
Like
But
Mr. No something.
I think it is, yeah. So is this Reagan Youth now? I can't
Yeah.
keep track of you guys and all your members, so.
It's Reagan Youth doing a Madame Saint Beatrice video
Oh,
in
okay.
the art gallery that I briefly had.
Oh yeah, what's up with the studio? Is that still a thing?
You know what? The whole building was crumbling. I had to get out of there. So
Oh wow. Suddenly you were doing like this studio thing, and what do you want to talk about that at all, or is it just like that happened and it's not happening anymore?
yeah. You know, it's like it was a fucking lot of work, but I did it briefly, and then yeah, the ceiling cracked and the floors cracked, and yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Did I miss anything? Is there anything in your notes that you wanted to talk about?
No, this is like
Pretty
I mean,
complete, right?
yeah, I just got together with a guitarist here. It was great. So maybe I'll be
Oh,
writing some new music.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pitch you a project after this, so stick around.
Cool.
But I think you might be into. I don't know. I'm hoping. We'll see.
Oh, thank you.
And then, well, let me advertise. I finally booked some new shows. I'm still trying to work on something extra special for Spooky October, so bear with me. Hopefully that'll happen. But in the meantime, this is going to be the Halloween Spectacular this year. I got Militia. Do you know Militia?
Ew, holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been also working with her for like probably 10 to 15 years as well. I make most of her music videos and stuff. So I was like, who's the spookiest person that I know? I think she's the spookiest person that I know. So we got to talk on Halloween. That's going to be October 26th. Samantha Riot, November 9th. I don't know what to say. She's a personality and it's going to be fun. So check it out. And I just booked this one, John Carroll. The Sawtooth Grin's going to get their own episode as well. But for now, do you know John Carroll? He's like one of the best drummers in the whole fucking world. He was in Horse the Band and a bunch of other like kind of grindcore stuff. I swear these drummers, they like mine must work much quicker than everybody else's because
It does. They have a lot to do.
I don't, and he does it like faster than anybody else. It's very impressive. I've been watching him play since I was a teenager in the local scene, so that's gonna be fun. You want to see the documentary of my trailer for my documentary?
Show it.
That'd be your reaction. I know you love horror movies. Here's my question: what's your favorite B horror movies?
It's right up there. There. The vampire movies, the Gene Roland vampire films, and Two Orphan Vampires, The Nude Vampire, all of them. The Gene
All the
Roland.
vampires. Do you identify with the vampire subculture?
Well, for these guys, the society is always the bad guys, and like these beautiful, kind of like poetic, loving creatures that just kind of happen to have to kill people to stay alive are like, demonized as the bad guys. And like it
Gotcha.
becomes confusing of like
Not
who's
literally. You're not drinking the blood. You're not going to the court. I don't know. There's. It's part of the goth subculture. The vampires, right?
yeah. I
Did
mean,
you ever get your fangs done? You ever get fangs?
no, but I've been to Todd Sabretooth's vampire thing in New Orleans. But
Oh, okay. The endless nights, or is that it?
yeah. That was great.
Yeah. How is that?
Um,
Okay, here's a question. How's Philly nightlife compared to New York nightlife? Or are they both kind of lame now?
No, I don't think it's lame. I think you just gotta find. It's hard to find here.
Right,
I've
gotcha.
gotten in at times with like a really decadent, wild party crowd, but they don't last that long, and then it like somewhere else. So
So as the World Inferno said, a good party is always a little hard to find, right?
Yeah, totally.
Is there any upcoming scene? I mean, anything that you're seeing brewing in the underground? Is there like a kink scene in Philly?
There's a really, really big kink scene here. The most fun that I've found here recently is I kind of got forced into working at the smoke shop. I mean, it was horrible.
Oh yeah, I just saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Wait,
like,
is
stuff. I didn't want to do it, but the crew that
weed's not legal in Philly, is it?
Delta 8, and it's water pipes, tobacco products.
Right, of course.
Hemp-based tobacco products.
Because I mean, weed is
Get around it.
legal now in New York City.
Yeah, and
so what's up, Philly? Why are they gonna get with the times or what?
Yeah, they gotta get with the times. It's always like this kind of conservative edge over here that you got push it. But that scene, like those guys, it feels like, when something new's happening and it's like exciting, that's going on there. I feel like there's a lot of plans for things coming up in the future that are fun.
Nice.
Sticking around, but I got quit twice, I got fired twice, and I'm still there. So
gotcha.
In like 2 weeks.
Perseverance, that's your story.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play this trailer.
Discussion about the importance of danger, chaos, the possibility of something happening that really wasn't on the schedule.
Mr. Dukey Flyswatter and
the Haunted Garage!
If you took 80s slasher movies and put it in a blender with metal and punk rock, you're gonna get Haunted Garage.
Dukey and his crew were almost like making horror movies, horror punk.
But the gag is, you're in the splash zone.
It is splatter rock. It is chainsaw rock and roll.
Not only chainsaw them, but would pull the guts out and spread them all over the place.
It's like going to a horror movie, except it's actually happening.
There was this real fervor at the time about shock rock, how bad it was for the kids.
The shock value was exactly what I wanted.
I look over and I see Dukey with his arms on fire.
The flashes from the rear end.
He got brain surgery live on stage.
Whenever you find something weird, we'll give a use for it.
It's not an act that we put on to go on stage.
We were real.
There was some shit being exercised right there.
That was the raw stuff.
You walk out of there feeling like you've maybe left the planet for a little while.
Their legacy is they were unique.
They did things that weren't being done, and they did things that were outside of people's comfort zones.
Dukey was always just ahead of his time on that.
But it really rocked hard. I mean, he had really good musicians in the band.
We didn't want it to be only this deep. We wanted it to be this deep.
It's Haunted Garage. That's the whole point of taking things too far.
They just were doing it to have a good time and make you laugh.
It was always fucking fun.
Actually, we're a lot more stable than I think Bill Cosby.
I don't know how to explain it. It exploded.
Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons.
Tom Waits was there.
We blind Axl Rose.
When you're sitting between Dukey and Elvira, it doesn't get any cooler than that.
There were lines around the block to see Haunted Garage. They were the it band at the time.
Those guys were gods to who they were gods to.
He's an icon of the underground exploitational genre.
Punk rock god of Hollywood.
Bela Lugosi's horrible punk rock grandson.
G.G. Allen, but fun.
He's like a friendly vampire.
He was LA's Peter Lorre.
You need somebody in a movie, that's the guy that you want.
Roger Ebert said it's the worst movie he's ever seen. Cold Steel. Sharon Stone? Who knew? He had a great writing career.
He puts everything he's got into it. He made his whole life his art.
I think that the whole world should know about it.
Now I'm gonna cry.
Slam, 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 slam.
Wait a minute, you're gonna get this.
Oh, thank you.
That was awesome.
Punk rock, horror movies, guys in dresses, S&M on stage. I mean, people need to know about this. You need to know about this.
Yeah.
Like
Great.
it was, I wouldn't say they were a direct influence on a lot of people, but they broke the mold so that bands like Torturers and Gash could exist, I think.
It's fucking great, and that's cool. I have to walk around a little bit. We're gonna lose
That's
the
okay. Well, I think we've come to the end, unless there's anything else we missed. I think this was a great conversation, and thank you for doing it.
Just like, thank you so much. I mean,
Yeah.
It's just funny to me. Like, I kind of like people got like scared to talk to me. I mean, I know I'm like terrifying, but
Well, I was kind of confused by that because I was like, why is she scared to talk to? I've never been scared to talk to her, but it seems like the perception is a strange thing, right?
yeah, and it's kind of cool. Like, punk should be dangerous.
Right? It should be a little dangerous. I mean, it shouldn't be abusive.
No,
but it should be. There's a distinction I think we both need to clarify.
Yeah, exactly. Not abusive. I think a mob torturing an individual is abusive. and until the facts, like proven facts, don't swarm someone and try to ruin their fucking life.
Well, we didn't get any trolls in here tonight. I was expecting a couple trolls. I'm a little bit disappointed, to be honest. Where's your trolls, Tibbie? I wanted them to like my channel so I could reach my 1,000 subscribers, which, again, if anyone's watching right now, hit like and subscribe. Get me to 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 900 and something, 10, I think.
Maybe, they'll come out long after I'm gone.
Yeah, they'll be commenting in the comments later.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Go Vonesper Vault, my other YouTube channel. That's where I dumped all this stuff. There's probably like 5 or 6 Kissy Kamikaze shows, an X Possible show, like 5 or 6 Gash shows. Some of them is soundboard, multicam. Like, if you want your Tibbie fix, like, go to my channel. I just threw it out there.
Thank you so much.
The public needs to see this stuff, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Someone does.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Well, come back for the next episode. Follow me on Instagram to get all the latest episodes. I'm really working on something. I'm hoping if I can get what I'm trying to get next month, it's going to be huge.
Nice.
I'm going to end the show, but stick around if you can for a little post-show chat.
Cool.
All right. I'm going to play the outro when I can find it. Okay, like, share, subscribe. Go to Bandcamp and buy my shit too, or just listen to it, whatever. Just get some punk rock into your life. Okay, bye.
Like, share, subscribe.